Okay, we're both on.
Okay.
Great. All right, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the last time we posted something, I 100% said that we would not be doing a Resnackulous. Here we are. We're here. We do it for you folks, so hope you appreciate this.
Yes, content.
Content.
Good content.
Good content.
Yeah.
Yes. Big Papa Pickle.
Big Papa Pickle.
Big Papa Pickle.
Big Papa.
Big Papa Pickle.
Big Papa Pickle.
I hope anybody else listening gets that, but it's just we can't help it.
It's so enjoyable.
It's so relaxing. All right, so I guess we should maybe give context, right?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So actually, I can't remember the name of the company.
I don't know either. Oh no, it's Poppin' Candy.
It's Poppin' Candy. Okay, so Poppin' Candy is this. It seems like it's a candy and snacks and drinks distributor, kind of like a GoPuff in a way.
But more like an exotic snacks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's exotic to us because they are based out of the UK.
Right.
So they have all these UK variations of all of these, snack foods that from Frito-Lay and from Monster
Sure.
energy drinks, like all these crazy flavors that we have never seen here in the US. So it's kind of interesting just to see what they have, but also it's a little bit therapeutic to hear the voiceover that calls out each item that they're packing into this person's order.
Right.
Because they show it to you.
I live on TikTok basically. I go and lurk on TikTok all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There is a genre of TikTok videos where companies will pack the orders of the customers and they'll film it.
Yeah.
And if you get your order filmed, sometimes they give you a discount. Sometimes you just do it for fun. This company, Poppin' Candy, just does it for fun. So there's one woman who places an order. We think she's real. It might just be a character they made up. But every time she places an order, she gets at least 20 pickles.
Pickles, yes.
So they have this brand of pickles, and the main mascot is Big Papa Pickle. And they have like a Hot Mama Pickle.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a Garlic Joe.
Garlic Joe.
Yeah. And every time they put one of these pickles into the box, they have to call it out. And most of the time it's just Big Papa Pickle, Big Papa Pickle, Big Papa Pickle, over and over.
And it's this kind of like, it's kind of like that, but it's semi-robotic, but also humanistic kind of voice.
Yeah, it's like an AI voice.
Yeah. So it's Big Papa Pickle, Big Papa Pickle,
Big Papa Pickle,
Big Papa Pickle,
Big Papa
Big
Pickle.
Papa Pickle.
And it overlaps itself. And that's why it's so, now that we've explained the joke, it's hilarious. But here we are.
You must find it. It's
right.
Just...
Poppin' Candy on TikTok. We love it. We've considered ordering from there, but man, them prices and that shipping time. God. If they want to change my mind, please, by all means, send us something good, Poppin' Candy.
Exactly.
You have a lot of weird looking stuff that looks cool. They like to dehydrate stuff too.
Oh my God. They dehydrate their pickles.
They've tried to dehydrate the pickles, but pickles are like 99% moisture.
They're cucumbers. They start off as cucumbers.
They start off as cucumbers and then they soak them in vinegar and hot stuff.
Right.
They also do that thing where they sell kits where you can wrap a pickle in fruit roll up.
Yes.
And it's supposed to be like just a taste sensation. This is the type of stuff we were doing on the block when we were kids. Okay.
Yep.
Now they learned this. This is another thing. Yet another thing that's been appropriated from Black culture. I don't know if it's Black culture or a Chicago thing, but it's definitely, it was happening in the South Side of Chicago in the 80s, which was putting the peppermint stick in the middle.
Oh, you better believe
of the pickle.
You better
and enjoying
believe
it that way. You got that. That it's like entering the halls of medicine, but still somehow leaving with bad breath. Like it was a medical marvel.
It was a medical anomaly
that we survived eating a pickle wrapped around a peppermint stick. It shouldn't be.
I agree. That's why I never did it.
Like
I never really had one.
I never had one either. But I smelled my cousin's breath after she had one, and that's what warned me away. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Yeah. I don't want to go around being bogus all day long with pickle breath. And you can't do anything about it. The peppermint was already in play, and it had no effect. So it's too late. And then, we were like, 9 and 10. So sticky hands, dirt Like, you know, like I used to say all the
Smell
time.
like outside.
Little kids smelling like outside and dirt. That's
Pickles.
just it. And pickles.
Yep, that's
Smell like
it.
outside and pickles.
Yep.
Exactly. So,
Gross.
speaking of fruit roll-ups, it seems like it's a worldwide phenomenon lately. In the snack world, people are doing all kinds of things with fruit roll-ups, so much so that somebody got busted trying to smuggle some fruit roll-ups from America to like Saudi Arabia or something like that.
What?
So they had 5 suitcases
What?
completely filled with single serving fruit roll-ups to take back to Saudi Arabia and sell on the market. Now, that's fine, but you have to declare that type of stuff. You can't just bring it
Yeah.
with you
Yeah.
without declaring it and, you know, paying a tax on it if you plan to sell it.
Sell it, right.
So they tried to circumvent everything and they got caught. And there's a video of somebody is opening
That's
like
hilarious.
luggage after luggage and it's just full of like that shiny foil. It's like, this is like every kid's dream in grammar
I
school.
know that. I was just thinking the same thing. That was it.
You'd be the most popular kid
If
in
you-
that lunchroom.
Boy, if you just had one suitcase just full of the white,
Oh,
the white flavor, the question mark flavor,
the mystery.
the mystery
Yeah,
flavor. Oh
yeah.
my God.
That's funny you mentioned that.
Queen or king for the day.
You would, but it's funny you mentioned that because they're bringing back the mystery of the fruit roll-ups. So apparently they have a new green and purple half and half fruit roll-up that's coming out. What is it called? It's like a classified fruit roll-up or something like that.
Mhm.
And it's got a mystery flavor. They won't tell anybody what it is. There's solar melon, starberry, and a third mystery flavor.
Mhm.
So that's going to be coming soon. It seems like they're introducing a lot of sweet stuff this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. It's summer. You know, it's right before summer actually hits. Got to get the product out in front of people's faces
Yeah.
with enough time to really start racking in that money when it
Mhm.
comes to like July, when it comes to, you know, well, the celebrations, summer celebration time.
That's true. The other thing with fruit roll-ups, and this is happening, it started in Japan, but it's all over the world now. It's a
Mhm.
trend that people are doing on TikTok and that sort of thing, where they're taking a fruit roll-up and they're putting a scoop of ice cream inside of it and then rolling it back up. Now, of course, not the same shape, because if you put a whole scoop of ice cream in there, it'd be impossible to do. However, the reaction is supposed to be, yet again, another taste sensation. It's like an ice cream sandwich, but the bread is a fruit roll-up, usually strawberry, right? So what ends up happening when you put the ice cream inside of the fruit roll-up gets hard
Right.
and it gets brittle. And so you bite it,
Cracks.
you bite it, and you know the ice cream melts in your mouth, and you're chewing and chewing, and then it warms back up, and now you also have like the chew of the fruit roll-up. So it's like a sensory overload sort of thing.
Interesting.
It's interesting. I don't know if I want to try it. What would you want to try something like that?
Yeah, I don't think I would mind that. Like, I mean, fruit roll-ups, I haven't, like, I think that they have, like, good flavor. I haven't had any real problems with them. You know, I mean,
I haven't had any problems. I don't have any beef
reported any issues
with the fruit roll-up people.
Issues with the fruit roll-up company.
Big roll-up. Hasn't done me wrong.
Yes. Never fail. Too big to fail.
Too big to fail. Yeah.
No, but like, I've just never even considered eating a fruit roll-up any other way, to be honest. So, I mean, it's a good idea, I think. I'd be
guess.
interested in it.
So were you the kind of kid that when you ate a fruit roll-up, did you roll the whole thing out and like just peel off little pieces and put them in your mouth?
Yes.
Or did you just like
Nope.
take the whole thing,
Nope.
roll it up into a ball and
Nope.
just pop it on in?
Nope, because that
Okay.
was sacrilege.
That was sacrilege.
Sacrilege. You know how lucky you were to get a fruit roll-up? And then you just gonna be like, okay.
The luck of the roll-up.
Gonna throw it in my mouth like a dumpling. It's fine. Like, no.
Well, you don't chew it and swallow it right away. You can just suck on it for a while and just let it like slowly decrease in your mouth. You know, you couldn't talk for a while you were doing it, but you could just do it that way. You say that's gross. I say that is the second way to eat it. We're not, okay, you call it sacrilege. I'm not talking about eating a Kit Kat
Ugh.
biting into it
Ugh.
all four at once. That's
Ugh.
sacrilege.
Oh my God! Just
Okay.
like you're being murdered.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that I'm here to kill you.
That's how you know who a sociopath is. If you see somebody do that,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know that person is there's a problem there.
That's right. You better take care of them before they take care of you.
There's a problem there. You don't befriend that sort of
Nope.
person. No.
Not at all.
No. All right. Let's get off of fruit roll-ups for a little bit.
Yes.
This is the Memorial Day episode, basically.
Yes.
The Memorial Day weekend Resnackulous here. So you're going to be at cookouts. You're going to be taking road trips. You're going to be eating a lot of like snack food on the road. There's going to be all kind of stuff going on. Maybe you're just sitting in your house playing video games and reaching for the closest bag of chips. That's fine too, as long as you're not doing your day job. That's the most important part. And if you do have to work, we thank you for your service.
Ugh.
We appreciate everything that you do for us crazy, ravenous travelers out there doing our thing. But please keep in mind that you are allowed to smack one person this weekend.
Yes.
It's a rule. It's a
Yes.
national rule.
Yes.
That if somebody gets out of line, you can just open hand smack them. Maybe not to hurt them, maybe not to leave a mark, but just enough so they know.
What if that was the whole reasoning behind holiday pay?
You know what?
Like, look, we're gonna supplement you with enough money to get your own ass out of jail.
You give them bail money?
Yes.
There's a bail money
That's
petty
it.
cash?
That's it.
I like that idea.
That's
I like
holiday
that a lot.
pay.
This weekend, of
Chips.
course, you're gonna be going to people's cookouts, barbecues, picnics, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing? Well, I can't even ask this question because there's no way you guess this. You know, it's not the first thing that comes to mind. But you know, in these modern times, of course, the charcuterie board, the charcuterie board is prevalent at such classy gatherings.
True that,
you know, or as we refer to them on this show, the adult lunchable.
Yes.
You know, you're gonna need to bring something like that. I've seen parties. We've seen videos of people who have charcuterie parties.
Yes.
Where each person is responsible for bringing a board to share with the rest of the class.
Yes.
And we saw one charcuterie board, which was just, it was just hot wings.
Yeah, yeah.
It was different types of hot wings.
Yep, just different flavors of hot wings.
You know?
And it was a massive board. It was like the size of damn near a table.
And you know what? That's still fine. But let's say that you're a person on the go. You don't really have time to go ahead and build your own, you know, artisan, handcrafted charcuterie board.
Okay.
So this company, Columbus Craft Meats, they give you a handcrafted charcuterie board in a box. It comes with the board.
Okay.
And it's already prearranged for peak, optimal, artisan culinary experience.
All right.
As you can see here. Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah. So that's how it comes.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I mean, you know, we've had this sort of thing for years. We've had deli plates. We've had, you know,
antipasto,
veggie plates, that sort of thing that people have run to parties and everything like that, to varying degrees of success. But it seems like over the years, the quality has just gotten worse and worse. So this is a new offering that's trying to bring the class back to that. And it's at Walmart. And that's the only downside. So you have to go into Walmart, you know. You get your anti-pasta from anti-Target, basically. And they'll hook you up. Man. I guess they've got a lot of different varieties of this too. It's so funny because the video that I pulled up so you can see it, it definitely just says charcuterie in the
no.
Yes it does.
No, it does not say charcuterie.
So I neglected to mention the big part of our special, I forgot what this is now. The big part of our Memorial Day weekend Resnackulous show, is we're going to be doing a taste test of these newly released Pringles flavors for you. We've got 3 flavors. We've got Pringles habaneros. We've got Scorching Buffalo, which is extra hot, according to the Mr. Pringles man on here.
He's crying.
He is crying. You know, he means, you know, it's sad.
Right.
You know, it's business.
Right.
If that mustache is like, you know, disheveled and he's in tears, something's amiss.
Right. Right.
Poor
There's
Pringles
problems
man.
happening in that can.
And there's also a third flavor, which I love to say but I never say correctly.
Come on, I'm ready for it. Come on,
The
give it to us.
enchilada adobada.
Yeah.
Thank
Woo!
you. Thank you for your support and your encouragement. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I said it correctly. So that's coming up. We're gonna do a taste test. All right. So how do you want to do? Do you want to do a blind taste test? Do you want to try each one, and I know the answer, and you try to identify which is which, or do you just want to try them with the knowledge of the flavor and let us know if it's tasty?
Blind taste test.
Blind taste test it is. Okay, we'll get back to that. Man, what was that story I was telling you earlier about some type of snack or a food? And I was like, man, talk about this later.
Something that was weird?
Yeah.
The ketchup mac and cheese
Oh my goodness.
that Cheetos came out with.
No, we've been seeing a lot of interesting flavors lately. As far as like, speaking of picnics and chips, we've been seeing a lot of different flavors lately that, yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. But I know that my taste buds aren't everyone's. So we'll just go ahead and lay it out for you. Doritos has recently released a tangy ketchup and hot mustard flavor potato chip.
Lord.
And I don't know how I feel about that.
No, wrong. You feel wrong. You feel wronged. You feel lied to. You feel betrayed, bamboozled, hoodwinked even. Like, you just cannot accept that they just said, you know what, we're going to mess with what we've got. We're going to mess with this really good thing we've got by throwing out some garbage.
I mean, yeah.
It's got to be garbage. Why? Why would anybody want ketchup and mustard on a tortilla chip? Is that I don't know if that's a thing.
That's very true. That's a fair point. Speaking of chips, Flamin' Hot is going crazy once again. Oh, first of all, the long-awaited Flamin' Hot movie is going to be coming out soon.
Oh,
the documentary about the creation.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, and that should be fun to watch. But they put out like a ghost pepper Flamin' Hot Cheeto Puff now that's shaped like a hot pepper, you know?
Oh, my goodness.
So it's just daring you. It looks like the ideal hot pepper shape, like that Simpsons hot pepper that he ate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that Homer ate that one time.
Ugh.
They also have like a plethora of other varieties of Flamin' Hot now. They know who butters their bread, and it's the Flamin' Hot aficionado. Also, Colorado's Casa Bonita will be opening once again soon. This time with a celebrity chef. So the food should be at least a little bit better. Or so we've heard. Of course, Casa Bonita is the place that was popularized from South Park, which is a Mexican restaurant.
That's off the rails, apparently.
It was off the rails at the time. They've pared down their menu now to only 10 items versus the book of offerings that they used to have.
Yeah,
so,
they used to be like Cheesecake Factory times 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. You had to get down with a flashlight and some glasses.
Damn.
To see
15 minutes early just to look at the menu to figure out what you want.
All right, so like last little bit of news here. This is what we wanted to discuss earlier. Korn has teamed up with Heatonist, the band Korn, not the vegetable corn. However, they have teamed up with Heatonist to make their own hot sauce called Here to Slay Hot Sauce. That's right. For $12 a bottle, you can taste what Jonathan Davis tastes like from the band Korn.
Why would you say it that way?
Thankfully, that's not the case.
Oh, no.
Here to Slay, it's a hot sauce from rock legends Korn. They partnered with Korn to bring Bakersfield, California roots to life in a smash hit hot sauce with roasted corn, smoky chipotle, and pineapple.
Wow.
So it's not too hot. Just like Korn, it's a little mediocre.
Wow.
They rated a 2.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. So if this is on hot ones, it might be like the first sauce.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And there's pineapple in it, so it's like real sweet.
Yeah. So it'd be like the first sauce or the second sauce. They say it tastes great on tacos, of course, and also burgers if you're down with that. So
yeah, I can imagine a combination like that on some some carnitas.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
Yeah, that could work. That could work. So
or
I don't
al
know.
pastor.
It's interesting that they would team up with the band Korn to do this. It's like
It's random.
what a pull. What a random pull, right?
Right.
Okay.
Especially since we haven't heard anything from the band Korn in a very long time. I know that Jonathan Davis, like he's been producing
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't heard anything from them in a long time.
I know that he did some voice work on
Oh,
OKKO,
yeah,
the
you're
cartoon on Cartoon Network,
Mm-hmm.
where he was a villain,
Right.
and he was like, I think he was a stalk of corn come to life or something like that.
Yes, yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
and he had on like the floor super pants and the
Yes.
chain.
Yes.
So that was kind
the
of
best shit ever.
that was a nice little
That was the
self-actualization. Yeah. So yeah, Korn's not above making fun of themselves, and that's always the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dee and I were having a conversation earlier, as a matter of fact, about what's his name?
Weird Al.
Weird Al Yankovic, of course. We were having a conversation about Weird Al and about how he's still relevant even after some of the acts that he's parodied are no longer relevant themselves.
Right.
It's very
Right.
interesting, you know, because of course he's known for hits like, you know, Like a Surgeon and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But for every Like a Surgeon, there's a White and Nerdy. And it's like nobody even hardly talks about the original artist of the song anymore.
Right. Exactly.
But you remember Weird Al, and
Right.
he's still got music coming out. He's still touring. So I'd like to hear some ideas from you folks. What do you think? What song do you think Weird Al could successfully parody in 2023 if he came out with an album today? What could he possibly parody? I said Ludacris. I thought Ludacris would be a good pull because his songs are already kind of like fun loving and high energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Harry Styles.
Harry Styles is a good call.
Anything that Harry Styles does, he could definitely work with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good pull too.
Because we were really, I know before we were talking about it, I was like, man, you know, like there aren't that many artists out there that can really have like staying power anymore, because everybody has the ability to share and you know, produce and make all of this music, you know, on their own.
You're right. We live in an era of like midnight drops.
That's it.
And, you know, full albums basically being treated as a single and experimental music. So it's a good time to be a music fan, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, those singles that just take the world over.
Yeah.
Those are hard to come by, it seems now.
Very.
Of course, Weird Al needs that to feed off of. He's like,
right.
you know,
he's super topical.
The symbiote of the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
He needs that Spider-Man.
Oh,
He needs those pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh my God. Spider-Man 2, yes.
Spider-Man 2.
It's gonna be dope.
From Sony, it's coming.
Be dope.
Coming this fall. Can't wait.
Who is ready? I am ready. Give it to me now.
So very ready.
Want it. Okay. All right. So Chappies. We're right back to the Chappies.
We're back to the Chappies. So we have Las Menemetas Habaneras.
Mm-hmm.
We have Scorching Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Enchilada Adobada.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you very much.
Good job.
All right. So I'm going to take one of each of these chips, being very careful because they smell like pain, to hand them to you one by one. And then you will tell me, wait, hold on now. You will tell me what the flavor is that I am having you taste at the time. So, are you ready for your first chip?
I'm ready for my first chip.
Okay. We're going to give that to you. Pop. There it is.
Okay.
All right. You can open your eyes. What do you think so far?
It's not bad.
Okay. Is it hot?
Not really.
Man, that's disappointing because all three of these cans have like flames shooting up the side of them.
Yeah. Like, this is not that hot at all. It's just a little, no.
Now,
just no.
2 out of 3 also advertise lime. Do you taste the lime as well?
Not at all.
It's not coming through, huh?
I didn't taste any lime. I just tasted a little bit of like some cumin, maybe a little bit of like, a big punch of salt.
Ooh, wow.
But like cumin and maybe some chipotle. But that's it.
I'm laughing because I'm sitting next to all 3 cans right now, and I feel like by the end of this episode, I'm gonna have to hit up an eye wash station because boy, it smells like oops, all hotness.
But it doesn't taste like hotness. Like, seriously, I don't know which one you even gave me.
All right, well, this quick side note. You know how lucky we are that the Captain Crunch factory that keeps having all these accidents with the oops all berries.
Yeah, the one factory. Yeah.
That hasn't happened with any cross contamination. Like there hasn't been like a flaming hot Captain Crunch incident or a Takis Captain Crunch incident or something like that. We haven't seen that. So I like to thank the food inspectors for making sure that the problems that continually happen at the Captain Crunch factories stay self-contained at his factory. Moving on. Back to the subject. Which flavor do you think it was?
Part of me thinks it might have been the arrabbiata.
Uh-huh. And what's the other part do you think?
And then there's a part of me that feels like maybe it was supposed to be the scorching buffalo, but
okay.
I don't really.
Really? So, okay. All right. Well, you were right with your first thought. It was the arrabbiata.
Yeah,
arrabbiata. Enchilada arrabbiata. Congratulations. That one is now out of contention. What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would give it like a 5.
5?
Yeah, it's just like, okay, that's a chip.
Talk about it. Talk about it a little bit. I'm going to try one myself.
Like, really, it's just, it doesn't really punch you in the face with flavor to me.
Okay.
I definitely don't taste any lime. It says that there's supposed to be a lime, like a little twist of lime in there or something. Yeah. I did not taste that at all.
Now, what was your score on it again?
5.
5?
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Because the smell is very, very pungent. Like it smells like it wants to just punch you in the face.
Right.
With flavor.
Right.
But then it's just like, hi.
Right. Then it's
Hello.
Just like, hello, I am new in town.
I'm just peeking my head through the door.
Hello there.
All right, maybe if you eat 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Then you'll get that heat. But I got no heat at all.
None.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Are you ready for your next one?
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready for the next one.
There it is. There it is. That's right. So, still on the table, we have Scorching Buffalo, and we have Las Meremeras Habaneras. Okay, you kind of rocking your head back and forth with this one here. You get a little of the heat. Get a little of that heat. That one's got that kick, that flavor.
That's kicking.
Okay.
I think this is the habanero one.
Incorrect.
Are you serious?
That one is the Scorching Buffalo.
Holy crap. That's really good.
Here, smell this. Just so you get a good whiff of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see?
man,
That can is angry. That's why this man is in tears, because he's been tear gassed. Like you could assault someone with one of these.
Wow.
Talk about it. What you think about this, D?
Now, this is a little bit odd. Okay, all right. It's odd for me because, see, look at you. Okay, so y'all didn't see it. This is bad radio.
Wow.
I'm sorry. But Matt's face said, God dang it. Like, you don't even understand.
Wee.
He just had
Woo.
He just had one of the buffalo scorching.
Oh man.
Sprinkles. His face said, God dang.
BMO was looking at me with concern. BMO was concerned about me.
He came over.
Like, are you all right, Father? Is everything okay?
Like, Papa, how may I help you?
Oh man.
How may I help you overcome this terrible battle?
Wow. Yeah, it's a testament. That's weird. Pro tip, folks, if you're doing a food podcast, make sure to have some water nearby at all times. I'm gonna ride it out for now. But this is a rookie move on Matt's part, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I got some water.
Oh, you did. You did. You were the smart one.
Yeah.
All right. So
but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, like, I was gonna say, like, I absolutely love that because, which is strange because I'm not used to like real buffalo flavor giving that much heat.
That's I agree with that.
Like
every time I get buffalo wings, I'm always tempted to get the hotter buffalo
Yeah.
flavor because they always have the original, then they have the hot.
Hmm.
But it seems like most of the chain restaurants, when they have a buffalo sauce, it's not spicy at all. It's got a little bit of a vinegar to it,
Exactly.
but it's
Right.
not hot. You know, you need to
Right.
get the hot flavor to get the real idea, you
Right.
know. But
It,
this is some concentrated heat right
man,
here. This is the money.
they were not playing at all with that one. That
Right.
like, man, my tongue is still kind of like,
They say it's scorching. They meant scorching.
man.
Yeah. All right. So I guess there's nothing left to do with the habaneras.
Mm-hmm.
So here you
Oh
are.
man, habaneras time, y'all.
That's right.
Mm. Mm.
Oh, that one got you too, huh?
No, but in a different way.
How so? I'm curious. Is it the flavor? Is it the experience itself?
What? Okay. All right.
Is it a
So
unique? Is it a unique taste?
very,
Oh, okay.
very, because initially, the first thing you think of is like, I just bit into a pepper.
Mm.
You feel like you just bit into a fresh pepper.
That's a scary feeling.
It is.
Because when you get that, like, because I've done this before.
Mhm.
Last year when we were growing jalapenos and serrano peppers on the porch, I would occasionally psych myself up enough to like just bite into one because I wanted to get like that fresh pepper.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit of a moment of pride almost. It's like, okay, I grew this from the ground up.
Right.
I want to eat this in an unfiltered way.
Right.
So I'm just going to bite into this hot pepper. Hotness be damned.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I paid for it. But it wasn't just like, ooh, I got to, drink a whole gallon of milk hotness because they were still just jalapenos.
Right.
But
they weren't intense.
Hot peppers have that specific taste to them where you're in for trouble.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like they all have that.
It's the capsicum.
Yeah,
It's the capsicum that you end up ingesting.
exactly.
It's that well, once again I'm going to be using this term, that high metallic like scent
Okay.
at the tip of your nose that tells you, yes, this is what a pepper. This is like it's like you recognizing a pepper DNA.
Sure. Yeah, I was
Right?
gonna say it's like your evolution has bred us
Yes.
to beware
Yes.
that flavor, that smell.
That smell. Right. Exactly.
And it's like when it hits your nose, it hits your palate.
right.
You're like, oh no, I'm in for something now.
right. Exactly.
And that's the flavor I got from this chip, from this
Yep.
habaneras. So the first flavor I got from this, ironically, was that lime that I've been looking for.
Really?
I actually tasted the lime on this one.
I don't taste it at all.
It was a quick hint of it, but I got a little bit of that lime, and I'm glad I did because it made the experience a little bit more.
balances it out.
It balanced it out exactly.
Yeah.
It made it more eventful. I think this is my favorite out of the three.
Wow.
I can't see myself eating a whole can of these.
Yeah.
Like if I had to choose one that I could just
House.
totally house
Yeah.
in one sitting, it'd be the Adabada.
Yeah.
because-
I agree.
They're good-ish.
Yeah. I think that maybe if you keep eating them and the flavor builds.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
And I
'Cause
kinda
for me
wanna
it was
do
just
that.
like, oh.
Yeah.
You know?
They're anticipating you're gonna be like, just two-fisting them.
Yeah.
Just give me all the chip
Right.
in my mouth. But with the scorching, it's one at a time.
Oh man.
And then you
Over the
put them
course
to
of a few days.
Yes. Maybe you could eat 5 in a sitting.
Whew.
I don't even know what you would drink with it because anything is gonna just like hit your tongue and immediately wake up those taste buds again.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, water does eventually help. But like,
Yeah.
But initially, it is just like, oh no, what am I doing?
Right.
And that was, I like that one so much because it was so surprising.
Yeah.
We're so very used to certain buffalo, a level of buffalo flavor.
Right.
And it's just very particular and never just like crazy burning hot. Buffalo sauce has never really been intended to be crazy burning hot. It was supposed to be more smoky. And it got to a level where people started adding more pepper to it just to try to, differentiate their different methods of seasoning
Yeah.
for these things. And this is how we got like our actual buffalo sauce. But like this is like if somebody realized that there was a base for buffalo sauce, for buffalo flavor, and then they just layered it up like crazy with habanero. Like, even the habanero doesn't taste like habanero. Like, the habanero doesn't taste like... It doesn't have the same level of heat as the scorching buffalo. Not anywhere near the same.
Yeah.
It just has, to me, more of just a pepper flavor, if anything.
The scorching buffalo contains cayenne pepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the main pepper at play here. Whereas the habanero is obviously habanero.
Yeah, habanero, flavoring.
And the adobada is basically paprika.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm not disappointed in these. Like overall, I think these are cool flavors to introduce for a limited time. I think it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Because snack foods obviously these days are introducing these limited time flavors just to give you a little bit of variety,
right?
Just to drive sales a little bit, and then maybe stumble upon a hit.
Right.
What we can learn from that Flamin' Hot movie is that, the more chances they take, the more they're going to actually come up with something that catches on.
Right.
Because, years ago, who would have thought that Flamin' Hot Doritos would have caught on? But those are now a staple in the snack aisle. They were a limited time and they're never going away now. Same thing with the, they go through a lot of different branding, but with the Whopper flavored Doritos as well.
Oh, yeah.
What a crazy idea that was.
That was nuts.
I remember years ago, I bought a bag to work because they marketed it as, this is secret flavor, like X19 or something.
I remember this.
And I got it and I bought it to work. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try this with some coworkers before we were even thinking about Resnackulous.
Right.
I just want to have some fun. And so I bit into it. I'm like, this tastes like a cheeseburger with pickles.
Pickles.
And it was just so perfect. It was almost like Wonka-esque, the way that the flavors were crafted to reveal themselves one after the other.
Crafted to reveal themselves.
And I loved them. And then they stopped making them. But they brought them back as the Whopper Doritos.
Right. Or I think they were just called the cheeseburger.
Like in some markets, they have like a cheeseburger Dorito as well.
Yeah.
But here, they rotate them in and out as the Whopper Dorito.
Flavored,
Yeah, and that's fine as long as I get it, every now and then, because it's so good.
Oh man.
Anyway, I recommend that you try these for yourselves.
Yeah, this was interesting. Like, nothing was bad at all.
Nothing was bad.
Nothing was bad. I just, one just seems a little bit more like tame if you're just if you're just basing it off of one chip.
Right.
But totally, poppable. I mean, it still has a very good, strong Pringles flavor.
Yeah.
Just Pringles potato flavor. Mm-hmm. That potato flake.
That potato. It's all
pressed
dehydrated.
Potato flake flavor. That scorching buffalo though. Ooh.
That's punishment.
But it's good punishment. It's good. Like, it's real good. And then the habaneros is just like, okay, all right, that's a little different. That's way out of left field because it just, has that very, like I said, that capsicum.
Like, you hit the nail on the head. That's what I like. That's why that's my favorite one, because, when you taste the potato chip, you're ready for the taste that they market to you. Mm-hmm. Whereas the habaneros, it's like, most people don't eat habaneros on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And so that in itself is a unique flavor. I didn't know what to expect out of that chip. Mm-hmm. And even still, I was surprised by that flavor. It's like nothing I ever tasted before. And I appreciate that. And it wasn't insulting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't just like, here's 40-year prawn flavor.
Oh, God.
Those at our live show remember the face I made I think it was stuck like that even while we were
Oh,
shaking hands afterwards
oh, that
because
was pain.
it was painful. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. But this is good. This is very enjoyable. They really worked hard on developing these flavors, and I mean, kudos to Pringles.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Pringle.
Yeah, they did well. They
Yeah.
did very well. This was a very good experience.
Absolutely.
Totally worth the money.
And at $2.49 a can, it's not that big an investment
Right,
either.
exactly.
You know, if you're looking for fun on the cheap, get you some Pringles.
Right. Oh my God.
That sounded so just gee golly innocent.
You know, it is
Hey,
interesting
kids.
though.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I feel like to some degree, or at least I'm kind of hoping that there is to some degree, some level within the culinary market where they're making space to use items like these to try out different flavor combinations on the public and to see if they would be willing to come in and actually get like the real flavor experience from whatever, culture they're pulling from, or or even if everybody is really into like a prawn flavor
Yeah.
chip, then they might actually want to come to this, to this restaurant and actually try prawns like for real, or try other prawn flavored things.
Now that is a fantastic idea. That's really a brilliant idea.
A way just to like introduce different flavors to the market without being like, come in here, drop all this crazy intense money on this thing that you don't know anything about. Instead of doing that, put the flavor on something everybody knows about, a potato chip.
I like that a lot. I like that idea. And I can totally see a chef trying something like this and wanting to incorporate these flavors into a dish or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had an amazing experience just last week
Oh my God.
at a restaurant here in Chicago, a sushi restaurant,
Oh.
which serves you 15 different items, 3x3, Hanoki Sushi Co.
Yes.
Can't say enough good things about it. I did something I rarely do, which is I went on Yelp and I actually wrote a review about this place.
It was lengthy, y'all.
It was like 5 paragraphs long.
It was good.
So I'm not gonna bore you folks with all the details, but basically it was, yes, an expensive event.
Man.
But it was one of those rare occasions where you leave and you don't regret spending the money you spent because you felt like it was worth your time. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is because there were some adventurous flavors happening there as well.
Very true.
And it almost told a story of the culinary journey that the chef has been through.
Mm-hmm.
Almost kind of like you see on Iron Chef and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you could basically follow his path as you were eating the different pieces of sushi and the different dishes that he was laying in front of us.
Right.
It was a wonderful time. And so I can see somebody trying something like this and getting inspiration, not necessarily to crumble Pringles into their dish.
God, no.
You know, not
Please,
necessarily.
God, no.
I mean, people who coat chicken and fry it in different types of chips are a dime a dozen.
Oh.
You see that all the time on TikTok. But people who just can like taste this, dissect basically the taste palette, or dissect the palette at play here, and incorporate it into something else to bring a new flavor to the culinary world. I salute that. This is amazing.
Yeah.
It's weird that I'm getting so emotional and sentimental about cans of Pringles here, but I can't tell you when the last time is we've tried something that just hasn't insulted our taste buds.
True.
It's a good feeling.
It's true.
It feels like work went into this, and that, again, my respect. I salute you. I'm gonna stop right there.
Man. Yeah, no, I gotta agree. And I agree on both fronts. I mean, the restaurant was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. And yeah, like it was an experience. And we did try some fish that we had never tried before, some sushi that we had never ever even thought about, like Tasmanian trout.
Right.
That tastes more like salmon than actual salmon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit crazy
It
and
truly
intense, but beautifully delicious.
There was
And
one trifecta of pieces that were brought over that were different cuts of the same tuna.
yes, yeah, it was bluefin.
It was all three pieces tasted vastly different, all
Yep,
delicious.
because they were treated
They were treated
differently.
differently. Some of them were smoked. There was cross hatching on each piece. Again, I could go on and on.
Yeah.
And I have gone on and on. Even on here, I've gone on and on. I'm going to stop right now. These Pringles are great. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, that is true.
Yes,
Pringles
yes.
were fantastic. So good haul, babe.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Yeah, thank you for coming with me on this journey here. This
Yeah.
is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you folks for joining us as well. We're going to get this out hopefully in the next day or so you can listen to it on your travels as you go out or as you come back. Be safe, have fun, eat some fun food, and be resnackulous to each other.
Yeah. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend.
All right, folks. Take care.
Bye.